Hello, hello. Here we go.
Shit kill me if she hurt, That bitch kill me. Last time. She kill me. I was poppin'
This shit about to go so hard. I'm not gonna lie.
She kill me if she heard I was poppin' ecstasy or amphetamine medicine, but I've been stressing out. I'ma blame it on the government. Yeah, it's the mannequin. They treat us niggas just like mannequins. We just get tossed around. Even with a nigga president, they still gon' fuck around. Being sober is an understatement, but it's overrated. I'm smoking till my eyes are bleeding and my head is blazing. I'm popping till my hands are shaking and my heart is racing. Yeah, I need Molly, Molly, Molly. Let's get wasted. Yeah. I felt the temperature drop. I hear what you're saying and I understand. I get it, I know I should stop. I need a way to get back to the top. I need a way to get out of this slump. I need a way to get way out and stay out and build up a layout to fuck up the world. I go political for the publicity. I'ma get ignorant just for the industry. I get chaotic to match all the chaos and I'ma get radical just for my enemies. Fuck it, I'm fucked up, I know it, I know it. Looking like what in the fuck's got an into me. I feel like Hennessy mixed with the ring, it's the remedy. Look at your boy doing chemistry.
Alright, that's the intro. That's the intro. I'm done jamming out. This is just a video for me and just early stages of development into this journey I'm partaking in, which would be developing a HVAC, well, kind of all-in-one home service business AI receptionist demo for now until it becomes a workable product that I can implement into actual businesses, right? So the idea behind it is provide value to businesses, automate certain systems inside their business, and help them get more business, in turn charge them a monthly recurring fee and a setup cost to implement all my systems into their network and their whatever they got going on. So this is what we got done so far. This is the past couple days, been kind of piecing these puzzles together. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but there's a lot that goes into these. There's a lot of processes, a lot of different stages that have to happen in order for everything to work the way it does. So I'm just going to give a brief explanation of how it kind of works, simplify it just a little bit, and give you some examples of it working and how the entire system kind of works together, and where going forward, how we're going to extend the process of the automation. Instead of just being a one and done shop, we wanted to do multiple things in a business to automate these certain processes, okay? So how the entire bot works here is it starts off of a phone call lead capture, basically meaning in order for it to begin its process of working, it needs to have a trigger to start the action, okay? So in this instance, the action here would be an AI receptionist calling the phone, right? Somebody calling the business. The business doesn't pick up, and they're then forwarded to an AI receptionist, in which was created by yours truly, okay? So this would be some of the back end of it. This is what the system is prompted to do. This is how the system works, and basically it's just an AI receptionist. Not too much to it. Just pick up the phone, answer the call, and do your job, right? So it understands this is going to be a plug and play into different systems depending on the company's needs, the company's policies, which will be inserted here, their business hours, everything such and such will be inserted specific to the business whenever that is the case. For now, this is just a demo, okay? So once a phone call is received, then this goes into the next process, which would be end of call only, which basically it summarizes a lot of the information from that phone call, taking a structured output, which comes from here. It basically takes the entire transcript of the phone call. So let's just pick a random one here. I've been kind of spamming it. Let's do this one. It'll preview it. It breaks it down into a JSON script right here, which then this can instantly read that and then start taking key information, which will be this step here, which pieces together pieces that we need to take from it, like for example their address, the city, the state, the zip code, and then we're going to do certain things with these pieces of information, and that's kind of the point of the whole process. So now it's going to classify the lead. So basically, if somebody called the phone, called that number, and say they said they're just their address, right? They called, said their address, my AC's not working, hung up the phone. Okay, that lead can either be classified as a complete lead or a partial lead. Basically, from that phone, we'll be able to take the phone number, the address, and the problem. We're not going to be able to classify that as a complete lead because we don't know enough information yet to be able to piece it into our spreadsheet or our demo CRM. So that's going to go down to this lead switch, which then determines which side it's going to be on, and classifies it as either a partial lead or a complete lead. If it has no information, it will go into neither. If it has not enough information to go into either of those categories, the complete process stops. The phone call was dead. It goes nowhere. Doesn't need to be organized into anything. So I'm going to be doing both of those examples right after I finish explaining the entire process. The next part, after the lead's been classified, it goes into both of those where it's either a complete lead or partial lead, and they both have different jobs to do depending on those, which I will show you an example of that actually happening. Now, regardless, what does need to happen is after the lead is classified, it is then logged into the call log here, which it will automatically fill out all this information, the date and the time that it was called, the caller's phone number, the call ID, how long the call lasted, what the call resulted in, the lead status, why did the phone call in, and a recording of the playback of the live phone call, like the actual voices and everything being said. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my phone and I'm going to basically act this bot in front of you here and show you exactly how it would work. So it's just a basic phone number. Right now I'm calling the line directly, but how it would work is this: a person calls the business doesn't answer, it automatically, you can just build it in a system, it forwards it to this number, not knowing anything on the customer's end, won't see anything like this. So the number is irrelevant in this situation. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a call here. Let's see what it says.
Summit Heating and Air. Our team is currently unavailable, but I can collect a few details and make sure the right person receives your request. What can I help you with today?
My AC is not working.
I'm sorry you're dealing with that. Let's get
And I'm going to hang up, right? So I'm going to act like a random customer. I'm going to just hang up on them, right? So bam. So now it just shows us, well, it should show us here. I don't know if it did right now. There it is. So now it shows it's running. The bot is running. Is this detected the phone call? It's going through the entire process. And boom, the complete process was completed in 3.6 seconds. And for some reason here, there's still some bugs, which this is possible. It just classified it as a partial lead. So what it did automatically is it went through this entire process, classified it as a partial lead, and then wait 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry here, folks. Let me fix this real quick. We're gonna go ahead and publish this, and we're gonna execute that again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clear this. My bad. That's a mistake on my part. Now I can execute the workflow again with the pinned information that I already have here, which the pinned information was that's now it's gonna get confusing. Okay, the pinned information was a call from earlier, and I just kept the information, so I'd have to keep calling the phone number. But right now, that pinned information that I had earlier, the JSON, it was classified as a complete lead, right? So now what it should have done is it went through the process and followed here and followed there, and now it should be classified as a complete lead, which then inputs all this information here: the address, all the things about the customer, and noticing a little error here. Um, I do want to try to fix this. Well, that's not good. Hmm. I don't know when I deleted that. Oh, I do know when I deleted that actually. Oh man, dude. I knew this wasn't gonna be perfect, but okay. Well, there's a little mistake here, but it's not a huge mistake. It's a small little problem. But basically, that's the simplified version of it. This is the dashboard here. So as soon as those numbers, everything gets put into here. Obviously, all these things are automatically updated. It's supposed to have an overall lead score, but for some reason, let me see. I got my formula right here. Let me pull my formula up real quick. I'm sorry, I can't see the screen here. Let me 1 second, and we'll be able to implement this back into there. I think I accidentally might have deleted it, so now once I go here, I put this on W2, I should have this and that should classify as 90, and that should be updated. Okay, that was a small little error there, but it's fixed now. So it's going to take that average score, and this is going to be the dashboard that the business is going to be looking at. Obviously, there's going to be lots of calls coming in, and this number is going to be taking in lots of information. So all these things need to be automatic. There's no reason for them to be needed to be messing with this manually, right? So now it's going to show calls logged 1. So that was an example of a complete call, and the only reason it was an example of a complete call is because I used pinned information here. So now we're going to do it how I naturally wanted it to be done, which I'm going to call them and not say nothing. Never mind. Never mind. Bam. So now that's a lead where it's like, okay, I called, I said literally nothing. I said never mind. So let's see what the bot classifies it as. So now the bot is running. It should, if I'm not mistaken, it should be a dead lead here. And it classified it as a partial. And I'm only assuming the reason it did that is because it had a phone number. Yeah, so it's still taking it just because it's taking my phone number, which means I do need to do some adjusting because, I mean, phone number is cool, but I literally know nothing. It shows, now it automatically tells me missing information was basically everything. Needs full recovery because it completely lost me. I can play the recording here of the call. Let's go ahead and do that for y'all.
Thank you for calling Summit Heating and Air. Our team is currently unavailable, but I can collect a few details and make sure the right person receives your.
Oh, and that's it. My microphone is somewhere else, so. And that should be that. Oh my god. Alright, my bad. Well, one more time here. Just a couple more seconds. I knew there was going to be a couple kinks, but it's all good. I tried to work the entire day until I felt like there was no kinks in it, but I had a high likelihood that there was going to be some kinks. And I think the main reason for that, so now obviously what it's going to do is it's going to take an average score of the two, and bam. Now the average score is a 60. It shows calls logged as 2. And if I'm not mistaken, let's do a little quick troubleshooting here. I'm pretty sure what's happening is that, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is what's happening. I think it's seeing this, and then bam. That shouldn't delete it from here. I'd hope not. Yes. Okay, so now let's just try it one more time. It should automatically put that number in. I think what it's doing is it's clearing that formula out. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. So right now it's detecting that formula. So on this one it's not. Wait, is that the wrong one? Was that on the wrong one? Nope. Okay. That's awfully weird. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and try to run it again. It should classify this one as a complete lead because it's using the original information. And then bam. So now it should automatically, there we go. Everything basically worked just as designed, right? In the future, how it's supposed to work is there's going to be more automations that are tied into this specific Google Sheet, which works off of that specific phone call, and that there's a process. So like say right here, lead status is new, right? Say we change it. Once we have another automation that works off of this, and then it does a certain process, and then when it's done with that process, it automatically changes just to contacted, and then it goes down a further loop where it's just automatically doing things in the normal business pipeline. So that's kind of just an example of how it works and the things that it can do, right? And all the little, I'm getting this redesigned. I'm not a design person. I'm not really good at anything like that or anything to do with that. More so, I'm a formula person, code person, just good at putting stuff like this together. But when it comes to actually piecing the graphics together and stuff like that, not my forte. So since I'm building a fire demo, I do want to get it redesigned. I do have an image that I do want it to get based off of, which I did talk to this guy and asked him about it. So this is kind of what I want the dashboard to look like. Now tell me that ain't beautiful. Tell me that ain't beautiful. Well, that's all I got. That's kind of my example. Obviously, there's going to be future automations that are going to be getting built into this entire process. But for now, this is what I built for today. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's demo version 1 of HVAC Receptionist Office.
Keep working on that music.